Welcome back to my lecture series. This is Muttuminal R, Assistant Professor at the Department of Agricultural Engineering from SNS College of Technology. Today we'll see the topic on temperature profile that comes under the unit Atmosphere and its components under the subject Climate Change and Adaptation that has been offered to the students of final year semester. Before going into the session, let us have a small recap on the previous lecture series, what and all we have seen. We have seen what is atmosphere. The atmosphere is nothing but the blanket of air. And what are the layers that are available in atmosphere? That is four kinds of layers are available: strato, tropo, meso, and thermo. Next one is the physical and chemical properties of atmosphere along with the vertical structure of atmosphere. Finally, we have seen something about atmospheric stability, right? So atmospheric stability here will be drastically dependent upon the stable atmosphere and the unstable atmosphere. Next, we have to see what is vertical temperature profile of the atmosphere. Here, you guys have to know that there are several ways of classifying the different layers of atmosphere. The most common classification is basically based upon the vertical distribution and variations of temperature at the atmosphere. In this classification, from the lowest level to the highest level, that is from troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, and thermosphere, the will be drastically a vertical air distribution, and each and every layer will be contributed up to certain change in temperature at the atmosphere. The thickness and the boundary of each layer are not identical throughout the globe but vary in different time and places as shown in this figure. As you guys can see here, the temperature gets varied upon depending upon the altitude or the height that has been reached upon. Okay, so when we reach the thermosphere, the temperature will be drastically higher. That means that the climate or the temperature that is available at the thermosphere will be very high. The troposphere is usually about 12 kilometers thick on average, and it is thicker in summer than in winter. Here you guys have to note down. I am specifically saying that the troposphere is obviously thicker at during the summer season than in winter. That means that over the low latitude regions is usually thicker than the over high latitude regions. The troposphere over the equator is about 18 kilometers thick, while its thickness at the regions nearest the poles is only about 8 to 9 kilometers. Usually, the temperature at these kinds of troposphere will be decreased with height at the average lapse rate of 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. The air at the troposphere is more unstable and with strong convection. The convection is nothing but the change in layer, right? So almost all the water vapor in the atmosphere exist within this layer. Therefore, the most common weather phenomena such as the clouds, fog, rain, and snow occurs only in this layer and more often than not in its lower part. So this is how the vertical temperature profile plays a major role at the troposphere. The next we have to think about stratosphere that extends from 10 kilometer to 50 to 55 kilometers above the ground level. Within the lower part, which extends from the top of troposphere, is about 30 to 35 kilometers, and the temperature is almost constant or increases slightly with height. Above 35 kilometers, the temperature actually increases with height at the average rate of 5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. There we have seen that when there is a change in temperature at the height altitude, the temperature change will be of 6.5 degrees Celsius. But here you have to note that the temperature's average change rate will be 5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. Since almost no dust or water vapor at the land surface will reach the stratosphere, the air flow at this layer is steady. Okay, so the bottom part of the stratosphere experiences an increase of temperature due to the fact that the sun's UV radiation is absorbed by the ozone layer. The region of the mesosphere is about 50 to 80 kilometers in altitude. We know because stratosphere is until 55, right? So that means that the above third layer will be from 50 to 85 kilometers in altitude. Here, you guys have to notify that the temperature at this layer will get decreased as the height increases, because at the first two layers, due to the change in composition of air, there is a drastic change in vertical temperature profile. But at the mesosphere, what happens here in the sense, the temperature will get dropped down, and it will be can be low as of minus 95 degrees Celsius or even lower. Okay, so the composition of gases at this atmosphere from the ground to the top of the mesosphere are usually most identical except for water vapor and ozone. Therefore, this region below the mesosphere is also called as homosphere. Okay, so the last one, the last layer at the vertical structure will be the thermosphere. The thermosphere is usually available over the mesopause, where the temperature rise continually with the increasing height. The only vertical structure that has lesser or decrease in temperature will be mesosphere. Okay, so above it, above the layer of achieving mesopause, what happens here in the sense, the temperature gets gradually increased with increase in height due to the direct absorption of high energy solar radiation by the atmospheric gases. The thermosphere is the region above the mesosphere, where the temperature begins to rise again, and when the sun activity is low, this layer can extend up to 400 kilometers in altitude. During high sun activity, the layer can reach around 500 kilometers in altitude, and the air in the lower region of the thermosphere is extremely thin. Therefore, the particles in the air can easily be ionized, resulting in profuse free electrons at the air. Here, I have shown you a pictograph of the vertical temperature profile of the atmosphere. What we have to know in the sense, initially at the troposphere, the temperature gets increased, right? And as of then, what happens here in the sense, during stratosphere, the temperature will get increased again. But at mesosphere, the temperature happens to be go beyond or below minus 90 degrees Celsius, and then the thermosphere, and at the thermosphere obviously the temperature gets raised up. Considering these composition, this layer is usually a part of heterosphere. Yes, so at the heterosphere, where the atmospheric compounds stratified by their molecular mass, so this layer is called as ionosphere, and it is very effective in reflecting the radio waves. This is what the ionosphere plays a major role. Over about 500 to 1000 kilometer above the earth's surface, the collision between these atmospheric constitute becomes negligible, and this layer is also called as exosphere, which gradually merge into the interplanetary space. So here I have added a reference video, and this you guys can watch it up when you are free. Okay, the
So when we
reference
think about the
video
vertical
is dependent upon the vertical temperature profile along with the
and eventually
percentage
in the
of
upper stratosphere, the temperature.
stratosphere's nature, and along with the tropopause. And here I have shown you the profile link of this. Okay, if you wish to see this, you guys can see at the link that I have provided. Okay, this is what I have prepared for today's class. If you guys have any kinds of doubt or anything, ping me anytime. See you at the next class. Thank you.